Hi everyone, and welcome to my channel, and today I'll be reading Todoroki Listener by me. So let's get into it. Todoroki never once thought that he would be a father, and if you asked him when he was a little bit younger, he would have thought the idea was completely ridiculous and incapable of happening. And yet here he was, with a child of his own. The two of you had a toddler, but it was incredibly difficult trying to navigate parenthood. And being a good parent was something difficult for him, considering that he never really had a good example for a father. So, he was trying to do everything without referencing his father at all. It was a challenge on its own, something he didn't know how to deal with, but he knew that he had a good example in the house. The good example that was making him a little bit too happy right now was you. Seeing you interact with your own child, the way that you were so kind and so loving, it melted his heart, and it made him want to do a lot of things. It made him want to be better. It made him wish that he could be so much better for you and your child, to the point of perfection. He knew it wasn't possible, but he also knew it was what he deserved, and he would give it to you if he was able. But right now, as he looked at you, he knew that maybe there was hope for him too. If he had you and your child who was full of love and care, full of kindness, then maybe there was hope for him as well, to be able to give something, to be a good father different from his own. Lion, would you please just come here? He said, and you carried your child, and looked at him as you walked on. What is it, Shoto? I am a little bit busy trying to teach him about some things. Well, I want to join you. You know, I've told you I've been trying to be a little bit more interactive with him, I guess. He nodded and smiled. He knew he was very afraid. Most of the time, he could help you with chores around the house, with a lot of things, but when it came to interacting with your own child, it seemed like there was a lot of difficulty for him that he was not able to overcome, no matter how much he tried. And you were trying your best to be patient, but your child needed his own father as well. It wasn't like you could make up for his lack of presence. So, you were very relieved to see that he was willing to make a step and willing to do something for your kid. Alright, how about we do this together then? I'm sure you will do great, Shoto, you said encouragingly, and he smiled, blushing. I hope so. Now, come on. What do you think about maybe telling me what this letter looks like? He said, writing the letter A on a paper. And your toddler smiled, saying it out loud. And so it went. It was a short lesson, but what he noticed in him was the fact that he was so patient, and even when your kid made mistakes, Shoto was sure to reassure him that he was simply just fine. Nothing wrong happened, and making mistakes was totally normal. It was part of the learning process after all. No one could expect to learn without making mistakes of their own. And right now, as you looked at your child, you knew that he was in good hands. You knew that Shoto was a perfect father, no matter how much he doubted himself. And you knew that he had so much love to give, so much that he wanted to share. And seeing him do that, he knew that there was a lot that he was worried about. But there certainly was no cause for worry when he was so perfect in this manner. And once you were done teaching him, for a little bit, Your kid got bored and wanted a break. But what you wanted right now was to be with Shoto, so you let him off to play on his own, wrapping your arms around Shoto and kissing him sweetly. I love you, and I'm so proud of you right now. I don't really understand the reason why you'd be so proud, but thank you, Mayan. I'm glad to make you happy in any way. Shoto, please, you know what I'm talking about. Yesterday you were so nervous talking to him. I know that a lot of just being around a child, it's making you scared that you will mess up. And it was a lot easier when he was a baby. But right now, it seems a lot more difficult for you. And it's okay. That's understandable too. But you've been making progress, don't you think? I don't really know. I'm not. I wish I could be better, Ryan. And not everything will come at once. You're doing your best right now. And I'm so proud of you. So, next time that you feel like you're doubting yourself, remember what you did today. And remember how happy our son was. He's happy to have you, and he's happy to be near you. He blushed, kissing you sweetly, and wrapping his arms around you. And I'm lucky that I have you. You're a wonderful parent, and a wonderful partner. You're everything that I've ever wanted, everything that I've ever wished for. All right here, in my hands. He giggled softly at his words, despite the fact that he thought he was not really a good romantic, or good with words, or anything like that. It was rather perfect in your own opinion, and maybe you were just a little bit subjective. But then again, you always would be when it came to him. It was just so special for you. And then again, he was your entire world. Besides your child, of course. It was the two of them. The two of them that made you want to wake up in the morning and made you sleep easily at night. And right now, as you looked into Shutter's eyes, you could see him being truly happy to feel like he is a proper father for his child. A lot of hesitation may come in the future, and maybe things may be difficult before they get better. But you know, with this amount of determination in him, he will do great either way.